What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another video. And with the first week of free agency pretty much in the books, I figured now would be a great time to do another Bleacher Report article review. And as you can see in this article, Bleacher Report is finding homes for the NFL's best 2021 free agents still on the market. And for those wondering, no, I have not gone through this article yet. When I see an article that I want to do a video on, I don't go through it first. Like, this is legit the first time I am reading this article. So, for those people out there who are also seeing this for the first time, it'll be interesting to see if they have anybody going to the Browns. I feel like they're going to have at least somebody going to the Browns. I mean, it's on the Browns page on Bleacher Report. Although sometimes they will get you with that. They'll put it on your team's page, but your team is not in the article. Like, that kind of don't make no sense. But, all right, cool. So this article was published by Chris Rowling. Shout out to him. And as you can see, this was published on March 21st, 2021. So today. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So the first guy featured in this article is none other than edge rusher Jadeveon Clowney. Now, we have heard the Browns have possibly been interested in him. Of course, we were really interested in him last year. Would not surprise me if we were interested again. I mean, I've heard his name come up with Browns fans, or from Browns fans, but I don't know if we're willing to try to run it back with him. Because remember last year, he kind of played hard to get. Like, we really, really wanted him. I heard reports last year that said we were offering him the most money, and he still went to Tennessee and did nothing. So honestly, in my opinion, we kind of dodged a bullet there. Because Vernon actually contributed a little bit. Granted, it was mainly towards the end of the season after Miles had already gotten hurt/sick. But yeah, he stepped up. Clowney didn't do a damn thing. Now, it'll be really interesting to see where Bleacher Report has him going. So a quick scroll down, as you can see in the article. And there it is, Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. So according to Bleacher Report, they have Jadeveon Clowney going to Pittsburgh and essentially replacing Bud Dupree. Okay. I would be really interested to see how that would work. Because, you have TJ Watt already over there. You had Clowney. I'm sure Clowney would probably go off because that's usually the way things work. But the thing is, how much is he asking for? Because I don't think Pittsburgh would be willing to pay a whole lot for him. Especially with how last year went. You know? I mean, it's bad enough that he didn't do much on the field, but this dude's also been dealing with injuries too. You can't really trust him to play a whole season, you know? I mean, who's to say you sign him to a modestly sized contract and then the dude gets hurt again? You know? I mean, you don't know what to expect from him. But yeah, I could definitely see Pittsburgh maybe making a run at him. If he's cheap enough, of course, because Pittsburgh's not notorious for being big spenders. They don't usually spend a whole lot of money. Like, yesterday, they signed 2 free agents, and it's like, who are those guys? You know? Joe Hag and some special team dude. What was it? Like, I don't even remember his name, but yeah. Miles Killebrew, that's who it was. Miles Killebrew, who's like a linebacker, special teamer, and Joe Hag, who's an offensive lineman. Those are the first 2 outside free agents that they've signed, I think, this year. Crazy, isn't it? But yeah, like I said, they don't spend a whole lot of money in free agency. They like to build through the draft, which is the right way to go, you know. But, yeah, Pittsburgh getting Clowney. That's interesting. So the next guy featured in this article is another guy that I've heard Browns fans talk about, and that is Carlos Dunlap. Someone actually, I think, mentioned him in the comments on one of my previous videos. And honestly, I wouldn't be mad with Dunlap. Although, I don't know, I heard from somewhere, I guess he doesn't like Baker. Imagine that. If he doesn't like Baker, it's like, why would he come here to play with him? That'd be kind of stupid. Tough. Oh man, but I mean, he did get his butt whooped by us, by Baker, the last couple of years before he left. So I mean, I don't know if he'd want to come to the good side of Ohio. I mean, and it would be kind of weird for him to be playing his old team, but he would be able to get revenge on his old team. So Bleacher Report has Mr. Dunlap going to Washington to team up with Chase Young and Jonathan Allen and company. Whew, man, you add Carlos Dunlap to that front four, that would be nasty. Now, as you can see in the article, he's had 7.5 sacks or more in every season from 2013 to 2019. So there you go. He's consistent. Yeah, how about that? That's what you need in your front four, consistency. And Washington has plenty of cap at 20.9, and Ryan Kerrigan is gone. So there's a hole to fill. I could see them going after Dunlap, low key. So next we got Justin Houston, another name that I've heard Browns fans talk about. And I've even talked about him a couple times too. I think he would be a good option for the right price. He would be that leader for the defensive line. You put him with Miles and they would eat. I mean, Justin Houston, I guess you could say, is like an ageless wonder. Like, the dude is still going strong out there. He kind of reminds me of Cameron Wake, who, by the way, I think is still in the league. I'm surprised we haven't heard anything about him lately. Interesting. I thought he retired, but I guess not. I don't know. But yeah, I would love Justin Houston. Dude still got it. And so they have Justin Houston going back to Indy. And I could definitely see it. I could really see him going back to Indy. Next, we got T.Y. Hilton. Okay, it'll be interesting to see where they have him going. If it's not back to Indy, they say it'll be San Francisco. Ooh, giving Jimmy G, T.Y. Hilton to go with Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, and the rest of those weapons. That would be nice. I'm sure Rocha and Hawk Hater TV and all them, they would love this. I know they would. T.Y. Hilton's a playmaker, even at his age. That dude he's awesome, for real. But we'll see what happens. I could see him going to San Fran if nothing else pops up for him for the right price as well. Yeah, San Fran would be a good fit for him, in my opinion. Next, we got Malcolm Butler. Now, I have heard a couple Browns fans talking about him as a potential option, but I don't know, man. He might be too expensive for us. And they have him going to Detroit. Makes sense. As you can see in the article, they talk about it, the Lions losing Justin Coleman. And I could see them bringing in Butler. Judging by the receivers they got to deal with in their division and stuff. Yeah, I could see them bringing in Butler. That would be a good addition for the Lions. They have a lot of money, too. So, yeah, I could see it. Next, they have Sammy Watkins. I'll be surprised if he doesn't go back to Kansas City, but Bleacher Report has him going to Cincinnati. So you put Watkins with Boyd, Higgins, Mixon, and all the other weapons they have there. I mean, they have weapons, and of course they have Joe Burrow. But what they don't have is really an offensive line. I mean, I know they signed Riley Reif, but that's really all they have right now. They have like Jonah Williams and that, but can you really trust Jonah Williams to block Myles Garrett? I don't know. And it's not even just Myles Garrett. Like, now you got to deal with Takk McKinley on our side too. You got TJ Watt still. Who knows what the freaking Ravens are going to be trotting out there. Derek Wolfe, I think, re-signed, but they don't have Judon anymore. But mainly with, your friends from up north, you got to deal with Takk McKinley and Myles Garrett now. And Malik Jackson. And Andrew Billings. Like, damn. You're going to need to protect your quarterback. It's kind of funny, though. This would be the typical Bungles move. The glaring need is offensive line. So what do? Everything but offensive line. Unless they're saving it for the draft. I mean, obviously, they're probably going to go Penei Sewell. If they don't go offensive line in the draft, or if they're probably going to go offensive line like late rounds because that's the bungle thing to do. It's obvious. they should go offensive line with their first pick. If they go anything but offensive line, I'm going to laugh. It'd be like, wow. Obviously, they don't understand. Like, they have a franchise caliber quarterback. You got to protect him. Otherwise, he's not going to last long. I mean, you got man-eaters in your division. TJ Watt, like I said. You have Myles Garrett, Malik Jackson, Takk McKinley, freaking Sheldon Richardson's over here now. Ravens still got Calais Campbell. Derek Wolfe ain't no slouch. I think Tyus Bowser's back with them, too. Like, damn, man. The D-lines in this division are all vicious. You got to protect your quarterback. Bruh. Mike Brown just don't get it. I mean, yeah, like I said, you brought in Riley Reef. Good job. You actually addressed the O-line. But you need to do more. Jonah Williams could be good. But the other edge, well, we'll see. But yeah, Sammy Watkins would be a good weapon. As long as he can get open in under 2 seconds, because if they don't fix that offensive line, Joe Burrow ain't going to survive. Because that's how long he's probably going to have, because Garrett and these other pass rushers are going to be coming after his head. Not to mention the other pass rushers that you're going to be facing this year, not even in the division, because we're facing the NFC North this year. Ooh, Khalil Mack, the Smiths. Ooh. Who do the freaking Lions have? Okora. They have Okora. Okay, so that's him, yeah. Like, he's not bad. But still, Bengals, get your act together. Get offensive line. This is a Browns fan talking to you. I love Joe Burrow. I don't want to see him get murdered out there. The dude already had a freaking major injury, man. Dude couldn't even last a full season because your bum offensive line couldn't protect him. My God, bro. Man, I don't want to see Joe Burrow have to retire in 4 years because of injuries. I want him to have a long, successful career as long as he keeps taking L's to Baker Mayfield. That's all I really care about. I mean, for all I know, for all I care, he can beat up on the other teams in the North as long as Baker just keeps whooping his ass every year. Because that's probably what's going to happen because Baker owns the Bengals. You know, he's turning into the Bengals' daddy, whether you like it or not. All right? Okay. So with that being said, yeah, Bengals getting Watkins. That'd be a good weapon for Joe. Next, we have Sheldon Rankins. And they have him going to the Browns. How about that? Ooh. According to Bleacher Report, we add Sheldon Rankins to a D-line that already has Garrett, like I mentioned, Takk McKinley, Malik. My God, why am I saying Miles? Well, I already said Miles. Myles Garrett. Malik Jackson, Andrew Billings, Sheldon Richardson. And even Curtis Weaver you could add too, because he's coming in fresh off a foot injury. I think it was like a toe or a foot. I think it was a foot. But yeah, man, this D-line is going to be nasty. Like I said with the Bengals, man, you got to fix your O-line. Because if we got Rankins, oh my God, that would be insane. But yeah, I would love this, man. I mean, we have the cap space. I think for the right price, we could bring him in. You know, of course, Andrew Berry, as we know, is not going to break the bank for anybody. So if he's affordable, I could see us maybe taking a nice little flyer on him. 1-year deal, maybe 6-7 million. Maybe a little bit over that. I don't know. I would do it. I would do it for sure. I mean, he could be a huge net gain for a team that scoops him up. Oh, yeah, prove it deal. Exactly. 1-year deal. You can even do like a 2-year deal with like a club option or something. Make it to where, you know, like a bet on himself kind of thing, you know. 1 year. If he balls out, we sign him, bring him back next year. Or if he stinks it up, say bye-bye. You know? That's the way I think it'll be. But he was really good before he got hurt. I would love to see him ball out, especially with us. But we'll see what happens. But that's going to do it for this article. And that's going to do it for this video. As always, guys, be sure to subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and be sure to, you know, hit that bell so you know when I go live and when I post new videos, because we're in the middle of free agency And of course, we got March Madness going on, and baseball is coming back soon. So business is about to pick up. I mean, it's already picked up, but it's about to get even more lit because, baseball's coming back, and I'm going to be doing some Indians games. Even though the Indians are probably going to be mediocre this year, I'm still going to stream some games. I'm not going to go as crazy as I did a couple of years ago, where I was streaming damn near every game, but I'm going to stream a majority of the games. So, hope you guys are ready for that. Now, I will be live in about an hour or so for the Baylor and Wisconsin tournament matchup, round of 32. Should be a great game, and we'll see what happens. So, hope you guys jump in on that. Should be a lot of fun. That's going to wrap it up for this video. I'm Crazy Dog at 99. Let's go Browns. Shout out to my Browns brothers as always. Shout out to the Dog Pound. We out here. We lit. Andrew Berry, I like what you're doing so far. Keep it up. Draft is quickly approaching. I might do a mock draft video at some point whenever I see the Browns release another mock draft review thing. So a roundup. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog 99. Let's go Browns. And I'm out.